Oh shoot! Ken had the beat popping right there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Look,
Hey.
hey,
Hey.
listen, Ken, dog. You know that sound crisp over there. You know that sound crisp. You know that.
That's I've been telling people, I haven't been beat making and producing for that long. So, that was one of my better beats. And I'm very proud of it. I'm very
Yeah,
proud of it. We
be
got some
proud of
other
the
stuff
joint.
cooking. We got some other stuff cooking. I got a lot of other stuff in the tank now as far as beats go, but that was one of the ones that I put together specifically for our intro video. But we do have something else in the works. We do have something else in the works. It's
I
gonna be
like it. I
amazing.
like it.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
keeping this wheel turning, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Trying to keep it liver than what your actual party is, you know what I'm saying, out there. So when we pull up, you know what I'm saying, oh, okay, they doing something different. They doing something funky. They doing something fresh. What they up to this week? What they got going on? That's what we
Y'all,
about, man. That's what we got.
y'all,
That's how we do
y'all,
it.
man, y'all already know we got some dope going on today as usual. This week we got another special guest that we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about in just a few minutes. And trust me, this young fella, y'all know I'm a big music person, of course.
Right.
Been DJing for almost 14 years, so I got an ear for certain things, and I hear things that the average person doesn't hear when I hear music. So
Right.
when I tell you that this young fella, you better get on the train now,
You're on
because
train now.
I don't want to hear you few years from now. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I listen to him all the time. You know how y'all do. You know how y'all do.
Y'all wait till folks is popping. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause y'all done told us that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand when you know you popping already, you put it out there because you know it's grabbable. You know it is. So
Yeah, so people know good content when they see it, and good music when they hear it. And trust me, this young fella has some great music coming. So we're gonna get into that. But before we get into that, y'all know we gotta got to check on my people. Of course, Trish Michelle is not with us yet today. So she probably will be in shortly. So we need her female perspective on things.
yes.
So shout out to her, and hopefully
Yeah,
she can join us
forehead.
shortly.
Hurry up. Hurry up,
So
folks. Be safe, but forehead. Hurry up. You know we need you on the show. All right, forehead. I mean, we need the whole circumference. Like,
okay.
yeah.
So Benji Banks, the man, the brand. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, man. Like, been up since forever this morning. I'm an early bird, so I've been up, take care of business, doing this, doing that, staying out the way. But when it comes to the show, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, Professor, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Like the show, can you send me that recording for class tonight? I'll catch like the last hour of that joint. Yeah, we got you, Benji. We know what's up. So you know what I'm saying? It's straight. It's all working out in my favor. So I ain't got nothing to complain about, man. So I'm legit. I'm straight.
Y'all see Benji got on the spearmint gum sweater tonight. So
Yeah,
he
man. You know what I'm
popping.
saying? I had to. I had to step into the office today. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I figured I'd throw on, you know what I'm saying, something a little bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely bright. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's dope. You know what? In our upper
And
ages
see,
as we
hold
getting
on.
up there,
I got the glasses too tonight, y'all. I had to go professor mode on them today. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I just
he can
figured.
go professor mode there. And when he put them glasses on, he really looked like Mini Method Man. He looked like
Man, I mean, listen, you know what I'm saying? I had to, kind of,
maybe you can talk 50 Cent
so
into putting you in power as Method Man's little brother. You know what
listen,
I'm saying?
power producers, 50 Cent, whoever it is, if you see this show, listen. You hear what my boy Ken said.
Just
I
saying.
still in, stand in, whatever. I know y'all pay big money for stand-ins, okay? I'm just saying. I ain't mad at you if you hit me up, you know what I'm saying, and even if you give your boy an audition. I mean, I'm gonna kill the audition, but I mean, they say I look like Manny Method Man. I talk like Cat Williams, so let me do a voiceover or whatever, and let's just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh
just saying,
man.
if you're watching this show or if you catch us, I'm just saying, if you happen to stumble across this, I'm just saying.
And while we at it, 50 Cent, if you're watching this, if you ever see this footage in your life, y'all stop showing the sex scenes with Drew. We've seen enough of Drew and his sex scenes. I'm sorry.
I have
You know what I'm
no idea
saying?
what that is, and
Like people who watch Power know what I'm talking about. Every week they showing Drew getting it in. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We get it. You know what I'm saying? Show like that meme say, show light skin Keisha. Show somebody
what's
else.
something different.
Yeah, show us something different. Cause you know what I'm saying? Hey, but you already know, man, your boy is, starting out the week well. It's Tuesday. So Tuesdays are my long days.
Taco
So
Tuesday, man.
yeah, I stand away from tacos, stand away from bread and
Wait,
flour products.
wait. You staying
Yep.
away from tacos?
Yep.
I bet you ain't staying away from Bojangles.
Yeah, definitely staying away from Bojangles. It ain't even open yet, but when it does open, I'm not gonna be in line. Uh, hey,
He trying to go healthy, y'all. He trying to lose some weight.
Every now and again, you got to give your body a restart. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep eating unhealthy things. And as they say, when the summer comes, you got to unbig your back. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some of that bacon off your back. So you got to
get
shed
that pork fat off your, you know what I'm saying? Them
Facts.
love handles.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, to be honest, and some of us like a little bit of fat around. You know what I'm saying?
Squishy.
You don't feel so anorexic.
A little squishy. We like the
Little
squishy.
squishy. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like the squishy. I'm just saying.
And we don't like when you feel like when we hug you feel like you're hugging a cop. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got the waist trainer.
Y'all got the waist belt. Y'all got all. Yes, very true.
Yeah, if y'all doing that, that's cool. That's what you want to do. But just know it's guys out here where that's not necessary.
Yeah, we need a squishy. You know what I'm saying? We hard. You know what I'm saying? So we need.
Hey
You know what I'm saying? We need you to feel a little soft. You know what I'm saying? Not like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, not good.
All right. So let's get into the interview. We're gonna let Benji introduce our special guest today. Benji, talk to the people.
What's up, people? Listen, dude is amazing. I've been knowing him for years. Of course, known his family. Of course, lost contact with him. Didn't know what he was up to, and followed a family member of his, or have been following a family member of his. And I've known the family to be musically inclined since back in my early days, 19, 20, 21 years old. So that's been quite a while.
That's a long time ago.
happened to stumble across a post and saw the music. And instantly, Negroes, you know what I'm saying? We like music. So I was like, let me peep this out. So, of course, checked him out, didn't know what he was up to, caught his vibe, man, looked up his music, checked out all of his music, and was like, yo, like from the art to the music to the lyrics, you get this whole well-rounded, but you don't get like one area. You get a crust, like this whole mix of just good music. So with that being said, we're welcoming to the show tonight, and I already know I'm going to butcher this name, Aundrey Guillaume, Leroy, whatever you want to call it. He's going to explain it in a minute. You get what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, man, if I butchered it, but we're going to get into the true meaning of what this is all about. What's going on, my man?
I'm chilling, man. How y'all been, man?
Doing pretty good, bro. Doing pretty good.
Yes,
Glad to have you on the show tonight.
You actually said it right the second time.
I said it right the second time?
Yeah, you said Guillaume. Yeah, you said it right. You did it.
I thought I was going to kind of butcher it a little bit more like they did Giannis Antetokounmpo when he first came into the league. You get what I'm saying? Like they was killing your boy's name. So I was like, all right, man. But I've been trying to say the name right. Even saw the clip of how it said all of that, and still, it didn't register. But we're gonna get into that because we know there's a super dope meaning behind all of it, man. So
Yup. So welcome to the show. Y'all already know we gonna dig into the background first. We got to figure out where this young man is from, and we keep saying young man because he's young compared to us, especially. We're OGs. We're OGs around here. We school and we school. You know what I'm saying? So
we officially the old uncles now. So
facts.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Facts.
Sure.
So tell us about your background, man. Where you from?
Yeah, man. I'm actually from the Inland Empire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? Loma Linda. I was born and then raised in Bannon, in Beaumont. So yeah, I just been here my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So and then I heard you guys touching up a little bit on the music. You know, I come from a music background. You know, Benji. You know, he knows
Yeah.
my peoples. He knows my peoples and everything. So it's just dope to what I mean be here. So thank y'all.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, know the whole family, you know what I'm saying? So usually Ken asks you what set you claim, you know what I'm saying? So he done already said the Inland Empire and everything. So he's straight.
Yeah, no, we gonna quit asking people that because there be some people on here that really do claim some sets, and we don't want no smoke.
Nah,
We don't want no smoke.
yeah, I don't bang. I don't bang.
Yeah, hey, if you
Let him
do,
be,
if you
man. Let him be.
don't,
You know what I'm saying?
we
Yes,
we, we don't discriminate. But hey,
yeah.
this is Switzerland. This is neutral ground. So
Mhm.
Yes. Switzerland. We like that.
yeah, we
Listen,
good. We good. All right. So with that being said, where you from and you getting into music, like how old were you when you first started getting interested in music?
uh, man, I mean, I can remember as far back as 8 years old.
Yeah.
But when I like heavily started getting to like, I come from a church background, so we look at it and we call it secular music, you know what I'm saying? And I started getting into that. I was like around like 7 with my brothers. I still remember the first song that, put me on to rap and stuff like that. It was actually 50 Cent in the club when In the Club came out. I'm about to make y'all feel old for a second, but I was like,
Facts.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was about 6, 7. That's how, what I'm saying. I think that was like 2004 or something like that.
Dang.
2003, 2002 or something. I don't know. But yeah, when I first heard that, what I'm saying, I was heavily influenced. I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. What I'm saying? So I just took it a little bit more serious the last few years. And yeah, here we are.
See, 50, I know if you ever get a chance to watch this reel and watch this show, we
Right.
already done gave you 2, 3, 4 shout outs. We got a young man inspired by your music. We
Mhm.
got somebody who looked like somebody you got in your show. And then
Mhm.
you got, see, it was just well round. So if you ever see this reel, holla at your boy. I'm just saying.
It's meant to happen.
Yeah, we gotta shoot our
Right.
shot while we got, you know what I'm saying, the audience's ears, you know what I'm saying? So, if somebody out there is watching, you know what I'm saying, hey, holla at him for us. Holla at him for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So with you starting so early and that being the first song that kind of inspired you,
Mhm.
I'm a music person, so like what part of that song or what was it, the lyrics? Was it the beat? Like what was it about that song that inspired you? Or do you even remember?
It was the feeling. I'm
Okay.
never going. I'm never going to forget it. It was the feeling. It was like, dang, like my brothers put me on. Like I got older brothers,
Right.
so I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of 9. You know what I'm saying? So I got older brothers. You know what I mean? That put me on to that. I was like, yo, like this is dope. Like
This
I'm
is
saying,
some
like
heat.
as a 7-year-old, you know what I'm saying, or a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, first time you see that, hear that from your older brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what I'm saying, because that's what they were listening to. So they put me on. And then yeah, I was already heavily influenced by music just because I got the church background, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, a musician at heart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was already in music, but then that just like took it like to another level, like, oh, okay, we're gonna really do this.
Nah, he's been a little bit modest. His family is dope as hell, bro. Like every last one of them. Is there anybody in that immediate circle in that family that isn't in music? But
Mhm.
from what I know, your sisters, your dad, bro, like everybody's just musically inclined, playing some instrument, singing or whatever, leading something, leading choir, whatever.
Yeah, I think even the dog do music. That's but but
Right,
no, everybody is, you know what I'm saying? Like and it was dope for me growing up because it was like they were teaching me, you know what I'm
right.
saying, without really teaching me. They were showing me like, yo, like this what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got brought into this family, this what we do. You know what I'm saying? So it was super cool growing up, seeing everybody like super happy to be like either singing or playing music or producing or whatever the case is, writing music or just rehearsing music. It was super dope to see the energy of like, oh, y'all really love this. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then I grew a love to it. I grew attachment to it. So yeah, those are my idols right there.
Yeah, man, and we ain't talking about just, like, mediocre. We talk about like pops known all around everywhere for everybody wanted him.
Mhm.
Everybody wanted him to play for. If we had an event, we want Brother Greg there. If the choir, the whole nine, everything. And so I remember from back in those days just how influential your family as a whole was to the entire church or the entire district,
Mhm.
musically inclined from singing. And so that I'm sure had to be inspirational again because it inspired a lot of us to see it and witness it
Mhm.
and to be close to y'all and be like, oh shoot, we was like, when's the next one popping up?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. No, those times were crazy, man. Because I vividly like I remember like you know what I'm saying seeing you, um, at the churches or
Right.
wherever we went. Like you know what I'm saying you were always there. You always showed love, and it was just like like they always point. Saying so the more I got to see you, you know what I'm saying you always show love and all that. So it's just super dope, like to see where we are now.
Right. To
Mhm.
what was like 10, 15,
Man,
10, was it
I
like
can't
10,
think of
10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, that was farther than that. Probably 20, probably
Right.
20.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, man, it was amazing. It was some great times seeing how everything orchestrated.
Mhm.
So what made you transition into wanting to become the artist that you are now? What kind of led into that? Was that always lingering there, or was it like, you know what, this is my style, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna roll with it?
So I always knew it's something that you just know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't teach like a feeling. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's either you got it or you really don't. You know what I'm saying? That was something I learned just from my family. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because we all got it. Like you know what I'm saying? You can't teach it
Yeah,
really.
every last one of them.
Yeah. So it's like it was just like it was always in me like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do music. I'm gonna do it at a high level too. I'm gonna do it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going like barely. Nah, I'm gonna touch different frequencies. I'm gonna even do from the video part. I'm gonna do it like you know what I'm saying. Just because like I study it. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I study and my folks was the first people who I really studied. You know what I'm saying? My dad, just a quick story. My dad threw me on the drums when I was 9. I think I was
Hmm.
9. And then, Benji, my brothers, they
Right,
play
right,
drums and all that. So I'm looking at, 3, 4, 5 drummers in front of me, but they like ridiculously like skilled. Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, and then I'm the young bull, like you know what I'm saying. So I'm learning everything from them, and then it was just cool, like just to be around that type of environment. You know what I'm saying? Like that energy was always high. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like it was always love. It wasn't no ego in there. Like, and even if it was ego, it was very friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like just to make everybody better. You know what I'm saying? I
It's
never got embarrassed, even when I messed up, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I messed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even when I messed up, like, it was just like that fire, like, come on, you still got it? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you mess up in front of a lot of people, they become your family now. You know what I mean? And then they start like, yo, like lifting you back up. So it was just super cool, man, growing up with
because
them.
you can see the talent there, and even if you were coming into an event and you didn't know who was playing that night, like you knew somebody behind them, in front of them, whatever, somebody dope was coming up anyway. And
Mhm.
so it was already, that was the expectation, at least for me. It was like, well, who's on the set tonight? Like, I can't play, but I know how to hear it, and you know what I'm saying? Because the family just always brought like something dope to the table. So you
Yeah.
always expected it. So even when you played or when anyone played in that circle, in that space, it was
Mhm.
like, yo, like it's gonna be fire. So we that was the expectation.
And there was other families that went over there too that really killed it. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like, and then, the other families, we all just became one. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like it was a circle of like musicians and, producers, singers, organists, drummers, like everything you
Everything.
everything. So it was always a dope experience.
So did you learn to play any other instruments? Or was it just the drums? Did you ever get over into kind of learning how to play bass, keyboard? Because I'd imagine you were doing a little bit of production somewhere around there at some point, right?
Yeah, so I never really got into other instruments, only drums.
Right,
But I produce though. But I do produce. I feel
right,
like my ear is more it's just my strongest this is my strongest point. because I can hear instruments. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around a band, so I know where
Mhm.
everything's supposed to sit. I know where what stuff is supposed to really sound like. So that's my real big gift that I got, is that I have an ear for everything. So I produce most of my music, if not everything. You know, I like co-produce with everybody. But yeah, I that's my biggest tool that I have.
Got that feel for it. I dig it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how long have you actually been a official artist? Like your music up on the platforms and everything. Like when did that transition from you just wanting to do it to you actually following through with your plan and actually succeeding at it?
Yeah, I've been like, I mean, I've always taken it serious, but like there was a breaking point where like my brother and Benji, you know my brother Morris, is
Yeah.
when Morris my
Yeah.
brother passed away.
Passed away. Yeah.
So like, and that was always like my biggest cheerleader, in a sense of like, you know, I went everywhere with him. I was his bag boy. You know what I mean? He was a
Right.
drummer. He always went on tour and stuff. And then he played at different churches all around the IE and then in
Right.
LA and then overseas and like, you know what I'm saying? So I was his bag boy. I was always like there, just helping him out and stuff. So and then he kind of showed me of like, this is what the industry looks like. This is what, you know, certain things. He showed me the code, how to talk, like, you know, and all that cool stuff. So like when he passed away, it kind of lit a fire in me. Even though I was
Right.
already inspired, it was like that. It was like a go time now though, of like it's either now or never, because that was like my biggest cheerleader at the
Right.
time. So yeah, that was the breaking point for me. And I'm actually glad that I'm here now to even talk about it, because at a time I couldn't even talk about it. But it's dope though. Yeah.
That's dope though, man. Because I mean, everybody felt that. Everybody felt for y'all when that happened. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because we knew how uh, uh, tight that family structure was, with musically and just family wise. You know what I mean? You know, every family got their issues, but it was just one of those things where it's like, man. So we all felt for y'all at that moment. But isn't it funny how circumstances kind of push you into actual leadership direction, and now you have to actually stand on what you saw as opposed to just seeing it. Now you have to do it.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like it was like, you know, I never questioned God. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? God got he, you know what I mean, just he has a plan already, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm just here to, you know, follow the steps, do everything. So, you know, I never questioned it, even though at times I did. But now I'm like, you know what, like I'm gonna use this as motivation, you know what I mean, and just really be in the lab and really just go hard. You know what I'm saying? So now everything's second nature to me. It's really dope. But yeah, ever since then, it's been like what, like 7 years, almost 7 years, 6 years now. So,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
we've been going hard. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
Shoot, man, you've
stretch. That's
been
a
in it
pretty
for
good
that
stretch.
long, and I just now found you. So
And it's
crazy
crazy.
how that works, man. How that comes
Mhm.
back full circle, and to be able to hear some of your music, man, and kind of get you on this show and be able to promote it and put it out there, man. To me, that's dope.
Yeah.
Because again, I had no idea. I knew you'd be doing something music, but I had no idea, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you got some dope tracks and stuff out there too. So.
Thank you. I heard you singing Refund a little bit, so good looking, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I first heard that joint, I was, that
Yeah,
easily moves with my little two step that they
yeah.
yell about on the
The
show.
old man dance. The
Yeah,
old man dance.
little two step.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna get from me. I tell you, that's all you're gonna get. Little two step. I ain't got much else, nothing else.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so are you a full time artist or do you do something else for money or is this it?
So I'm actually a signed artist. I'm signed to it's a label called Drink Some Water.
Okay,
Then I'm also signed to another label called Secretly Canadian.
okay,
So I do I'm signed, but I also work on the side full time too. I'm always working, man. So
right,
you know what I'm saying? But
gotta
I mean,
support the hustle, no
yeah,
matter where you at.
yeah, and I'm also a family man. I'm a pops, bro. I got two kids, man.
What?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a
I
pops.
had, I had, bro. I had no clue. I had no
Yeah,
clue.
yeah, man. So I'm working for my family right now. So yeah, man, that too, and then just the love for music. You know, there was a time where I was stressing out, like yo, bro, like, is this ever gonna happen? This ever gonna happen? Then I had to look back, like, yo, the 10-year-old you would be like going crazy about you right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just keep going, bro. Like, I know it may look like, you know what I'm saying, like you're not where you want to be, and that's great. Have big expectations, but be blessed for the moments that you at. You know what I'm saying? So, this is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to say, like, I got a full-time job. A lot of people can't say that. And then I'm blessed to say I'm signed to 2 labels. A lot of people can't say that. And I'm
Right.
blessed to say I got kids and a fiance. Like, a lot of people can't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let me just, hone in for everybody around my family is good. We healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
on this podcast with y'all. Like, everything's good.
Yeah.
Life is straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to really be stressing over. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I noticed when I stopped stressing, that's when I started making the best music I could. So,
Mm.
Right.
you know what
The
I'm saying?
10-year
So
old you would be like,
he be
yo, this
geeking
is
out.
sick. This is
He be,
crazy. They're super excited. I like that.
he be geeking out. He'll
Yep.
be like, yo, bro, like, he'll be looking at me like a role model. Like, yeah.
That's
That's
true.
dope.
You,
That's dope.
Mhm.
you do
Yeah.
have to take that retrospective look back and see how far you've come in your progress,
Mhm.
and that is adds more fuel to the fire when you're like, yo, like I created that, yo,
Mhm.
like we put that together, yo, I produced that, and
Mhm.
those moments right there are valuable along the journey as you're trying to make it happen for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy that you said the word journey. That's actually my daughter's name. Um, and then my son's name is Cree. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just super dope, man. Like, it is crazy how we made all this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was just, putting in time, putting in the like effort, really just trying, not second guessing anymore. You know what I mean? Because as artists, we'll second guess every single thing, like, to the point where nothing come out. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes a leap of faith. Like, bro, like, I'm good. We good. Let's just throw it
Talk to
out.
us about that though, because I'm sure there are some anxious moments when you're listening to a track or you're producing it. Will this be accepted? Do you have to get over that fear and just put it out there, or how do you go about doing that when you get in your creative mode?
Yeah, back then I used to second guess a lot of it. Just because, like, I'm very good at manipulating, and I'm very good at also, like, I'm a chameleon. Like, I can
Right,
blend in a lot too. And those when I used to second guess because I'm like, is this good? Like, I know it's good, but it's like it's not unique. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. I'm good at imitating other things, but it's like, what are you? And then I was in a studio session at Atlantic, in LA, and then one of the producers, he heard all my stuff. Like, I showed him the whole arsenal. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, this is like retarded. Like, but the frequencies are very familiar. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, when I want to hear just you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're good at manipulating. You sound like this person and all that, but I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want people to hear you and say, like, yo, he sound like this thing, that thing is tight, but he sound like this. But, you know what I'm saying? Once you really tap into you and figure out who you are as an artist, that's when you'll make your best music. And then I just took heed to that, and I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna really sit down and I'm gonna really figure out who I am. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? And really at heart, like, going all the way back, I'm a musician, bro. So that's my strong point. I can make it happen through all four of them, or whatever, 5-piece set, 4-piece set, whatever it is. I can make real music happen out of that. So yeah, man.
I dig that because listen, some of them tracks. Listen, bro, we're gonna get into some of the tracks and we're gonna talk about the art and everything behind it in
Yeah.
just a little bit. But even in that creative space, what gives you now the fuel to keep creating and keep going back to the lab and keep putting out new music? What gives you that feeling?
It's life, bro. Because at a point, we get so good at, what we do, and to the point where it's second nature. And sometimes you might not get creative in that no more because you're just doing it now for a check or whatever it is. Me, I'm more on life experience. That's what keeps me going. So, what I mean, I can make my best stories, but you know what I'm saying, music and everything, but it might take me a little bit because, like, I have to experience life. That
Right.
way I can feed back into the listener something that they probably need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, a message, like, bro, I needed to hear that. I got a lot of, people in my DMs like, yo, bro, your music like saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know what I mean, I had to take time to write certain songs, like, you know what I'm saying, to get this song out, like, you know what I'm saying, really dig into my pen and, like, you know what I mean, act as if I was the listener. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, maybe I gotta sit back, don't just be in artist mode, flex, and you got chains, you got girls on it. Okay, cool. That's dope. What's life? Like, you know what I'm saying? What talk about life real quick. So yeah, I had to dig deep into that and just figure out, you know what I mean, the messages. It didn't, but you know, it's crazy. It didn't even take that long. It took like those songs actually are the quickest for me because it's like it's very natural. It's very good. Like, you know what I'm saying? The other ones where I'm trying to manipulate and imitate people, those are the ones I'm second guessing and taking a
Right.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can honestly say I went through your whole catalog, everything. I'm an Apple Music person, so I went to Apple Music and went through everything you have on there, so I can understand everything you're saying now. Because there are some songs where I'm like, you know what, that kind of sounds like, but we do that with all artists, right? Because there's something in all artists where you might have heard something or you might have been inspired by a certain artist, and you might go in and make a song that's similar or it sounds like the same cadence and things like that. But there's so many artists out there right now. It's kind of hard to find your way without sounding like somebody because there's so
Mhm.
much out
So
there.
much out there, right?
And if you're a person who listens to music as much as I do, like you hear so much, it's
Mhm.
like, everybody's gonna sound a little bit like somebody, but there are oddballs out there. Like I would say two people that come to mind right off the top when I say oddballs that stand out was one guy from my favorite group of all time, Wu-Tang Clan, Old Dirty Bastard. When you
Oh
hear
yeah.
ODB, you know
Mhm.
it's ODB,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
When you hear
And nobody can touch that, right?
Danny Brown on the track, you know
Mhm.
it's Danny Brown,
Pac
right?
too. Pac too.
Yeah, Pac too. Like there's certain people who regardless to where they're at,
Mhm.
it's them.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I understand what you're saying. You have to find out what makes you stand out, what makes you different. Because we had to do the same thing with this show. We had
Mhm.
to figure out like what can we do that's different from everybody. Because when we started doing this during a pandemic, everybody was doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like, what can we do to stand out, to be different, and and that's what that's the water we swim in, trying to be
Hey,
different,
we dig it.
trying to be outlandish, and try to be a little bit different from everybody else in that lane.
And that's not a bad thing either. That's actually a really good thing because
Oh yeah,
that means that you're starting to figure it out. Like, okay, I got to figure out who I am. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because I believe everybody in the world is talented. I believe everybody in the world has a gift. You know
facts.
what I'm saying? But it takes you to find that gift. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then once you find it, that's when you know what I mean, you'll take over.
Yep.
That's definitely. So let's get into this catalog, man. Let's get into some of these songs. And I'm gonna start with the first one. Now, the first one I heard was Zip. I
Yeah.
like that. But the first one that had me, you know what I'm saying, like, hold on, let me dig into this a little bit more was Refund.
Hmm.
So let's talk about that for a little bit, the production of it, the video of it, and let's kind of go through that whole phase. Did you produce that? Did
Hmm.
someone else produce it? Let's talk about that whole track in its entirety from the video to the song.
Yeah, so Refund, that was a track I was sitting on for a while. Like I was sitting on that for a good second. But I actually co-produced. That's me. Also one of the producers that I've been working with, Dream Life. He's up in New York. And then also another producer from Bregma. His name is Bo. So it was three of us on there, co-produced on there. I like to work with a lot of people, like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying, because I feel like everybody has something to bring to the table sonically, you know what I'm saying, that I can't hear. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we all worked on that. And then, you know what I mean, I went through I don't know how many rough versions of that because that's a very acoustic track.
right,
Where, like everything has to hit, like it has to make
right.
sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, the making of that, like I was just sitting in my room, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I heard the beat, I heard the loop of it, I heard the loop of it and everything. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. This is super dope. This is super dope. And I just went on the mic and I just felt it. I didn't even write it down. Usually, sometimes I write down my stuff, but like that one was just one of the ones where it's like it just flowed. You know what I'm saying? So I started off with just the hook first, and I just let it breathe. You know what I mean? Took time away from it, let it breathe, and then I was gonna come back to it with the lyrics. So I wrote down lyrics and everything on it. And yeah, that record was super dope. I flew out to New York to shoot the video. We was in uptown New York, upstate New York. It was freezing cold. It was a blizzard out there, man.
Trust me, in the snow. Yeah.
Real snow, man.
Yo. If y'all haven't seen the video on this one, go check that one out. Refund. Go check that song out. The video on it. It was dope.
Yeah, nah, it was freezing, man. It was so cold, like we had to like keep going into the car and just warm up real quick, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like almost an all-day shoot. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how cold it was. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because we were in one area the whole time, but it was an all-day shoot because of how cold. It was a blizzard. We actually caught the blizzard in the video. I was like, yeah, we gotta keep that. Right. But it was a super dope video. That video, the meaning of that song and everything is, you know, just all the music that is out right now that I feel, in my personal opinion, that's very microwavable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We heard this before, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to get a refund for that back because I feel like they're not doing y'all justice, man. Some of the artists, I'm not gonna speak for everybody because there's some dope people out there, man. There's some dope people, but you can just hear when somebody is not really, at least for me, I trained my ear to a point where I'm really good at hearing, like, oh bro, you didn't really put no time in that. No shade to it though, because you got millions of views or whatever off of it. You know what I'm saying? Blessings. You needed to make that. You know what I'm saying? That was planned for you. You know what I'm saying? But I can hear like, okay, you didn't really put the time into it. Like other artists like myself, or producers or whoever like myself, put time into our work. You know what I'm saying? So that whole song was just a message, not just for that reason, but also for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Believing that I can't do something or can't be who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a refund back from that? Because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? It's a very uplifting song that I want everybody to kind of tap in and like really hear, you know what I'm saying, the lyrics and everything. You know, hopefully it serves the listener a purpose, you know, going through their journey and whatever they need.
Okay. Can you got a clip? You got a clip of that joint?
Well, before we go deep into anything, well, number one, you know, we on live, so we can't play music because it'll kick us off.
They're gonna kill us for it. They're gonna kill us for it.
Off. So what I want to do is before we take a deep dive into the music, I just wanted to give the fans a visuals of some of your albums that I pulled from Apple Music. So I kind of put them in order of, you know, kind of the year, but
dope.
This is a single, Anti, and then we went to Violet.
My mom actually made that.
Wow. The painting.
Okay. Yeah, my mom made that painting right there.
That's dope. So that's that's an actual album.
Mm-hmm.
That's an actual album. And then we have another single, Dungeon.
That's my man's right there. That's my man Brandon Black. He made that one.
Okay. And then we went to Energy. That's an EP.
Yes, sir. That was fire. Fire.
Yeah, I love the art on that. I love the art on that for sure.
And then we got the latest EP, Cold Summer.
That's Cold Summer right there. Yes,
so
sir.
Y'all see all these covers. When you all go to Apple Music, you'll see all these. Go ahead and hit those buttons. Go ahead and hit that little arrow. Go ahead and hit that little plus sign. Go ahead and download it and add it to your playlist.
Yes, sir.
Add them joints. I'm telling you. Go watch the videos, man.
Now we can talk about the music because like I said, I got favorites, but I just chose my 3 favorites. I don't know about Benji, but I don't know why. I like to choose 3. That's
I haven't heard one I don't like yet.
Like,
I'm very curious.
But like I said, I'm a music person, so my taste be a little bit different. But when I hear certain things pique my interest. So, and I was riding in my truck, which in my truck I have some 12s, like I have the full system, and that's what I like to ride in when I'm listening to music for the first time. Right? I want to hear everything. I want to hear everything. Right. So, okay, my three favorite songs from just the first few listens. You know, usually with music, you have to sit, listen to it a few times, maybe 5 or 6 times, and then you might hear something different. But Anti is one of them.
Crazy.
Needy is one of them.
Crazy.
And this one is, when I heard it, I said, oh, this is a party anthem. Everybody. I
Mhm.
can hear that
Yeah.
played in a party, in a
Yeah.
party setting,
Yeah.
and everybody just vibing to it because it's just one of those songs.
Yes, sir.
It's just that energy. It's an energy about that song that just makes, I could walk into a club and hear that playing.
That's
Right.
dope. That's dope.
So, so those are my three that spoke to me today when I was riding. Now, like I said, now I might listen to it 2 days from now and hear something totally different because,
Yeah.
music is funny because sometimes you can feel certain things when you're in a certain mood.
Yep.
Right.
Right. So your
Mhm.
ear changes a little bit. But like I said, for me also, because I've gotten more into music production, I hear things a whole lot differently than I heard before. Right.
Yep.
Because now I'm listening to certain keys and certain cues and things. But but those are my three favorites right
Mhm.
now. So
Okay.
Benji.
Refund, Needy, and Zip.
Dope.
Them the first three. Now I know Zip. I think is recently out. Only been out for a few months.
Yep.
That's the first one that caught my eye. So I'm gonna give it its respect. When I first heard it, was like, yo, okay, I like that.
Yes, sir.
And then I love the simplicity of the production in the video.
Yes, sir.
Simple video, looks like it, but it's well put together. It's not sloppy. It's not all over the place.
Mhm.
It's a dope video that can get you like, okay, I get the point of this. Like, be quiet. I don't like to talk too much, but like
Mhm.
put out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And Needy, listen, man, I put these simple concepts together
Yeah.
and they just flow. They just dope. So I'm bumping Needy, you know what I'm saying? Because I got the Harman Kardon speaker in my house, you know what I'm saying? So
Clapping too.
throw that
Both of
joint
you
on,
clap.
it shakes the whole room, the house, and
Yes, sir.
everything, right?
Hey, that's the era we came from, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody
Yes, sir.
had subs in their cars
I
and
need that.
in their house. So like
Mhm.
I don't care where I am, I don't
Right.
care how old I get. I tell people all the time. Now you jump in, I got a few vehicles, and at least one of them is gonna have some subs. Period.
Got to.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
I want to have at least one of them with some subs. So I don't care
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
60. I'm gonna be that old man with subs
Same here.
in the
Same here.
vehicle.
Nah, that's fire, man. That's super dope. Like y'all got great lists. Like those are really good songs that I took my time on, and it's
Right.
just dope to hear the feedback from that. Thank y'all,
Right.
man.
No
Mhm.
And then
doubt.
of course, Refund. I
Oh,
love on those three, I love the whole production of
mhm,
all of them, from the videos to the music to the lyrics in them, the point
mhm,
getting across,
mhm,
Needy in the back seat, just chilling, relaxing, whatever, and
mhm,
spitting your verses out like that. All
mhm.
dope to me. But if I were to label my favorite, it had to be Refund. That one was, I probably can sing that one whole by myself, and I heard it just a couple weeks ago. You get what
But
I'm
don't
saying?
do it. But don't do
I
it.
mean,
Don't
Don't
do
I
do
it.
it.
ain't gonna
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Don't
What
do it.
about yours, Ken?
I ain't musically inclined like that. I
Now
have my
you.
ladies sing that part. So.
What
Well,
about yours, Ken?
like I said, I think Needy stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And because we've been advertising it, we used it with our advertising and everything for the show today. Like it's just I've heard it so much now, and then when I saw the video, it's something about the video that stuck out to me too. So I love the concepts.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Like so that song to me, and I mean, I think that song is one that sticks out to me to where I could see it being played, on a national scene.
Right.
Or I
Super
can
dope.
hear that song. You know how you watching one of these TV shows and they have like a song playing while somebody's riding down the street or something like
Right.
that, or in a scene. Like I could see that song playing in the background.
For
So
sure.
like I said, but there are a lot of songs, people, on these albums, EPs, the
Mhm.
singles. I'm telling y'all have to go to Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. He's on all those platforms. Go look him up, find this work so you can get into it and pick you some songs. And then what we need y'all to do is go to our page and let us know what your favorites are from his catalog.
For sure.
We might have something special for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm
Yes,
saying, like,
that's super dope, man. Thank y'all, bro.
Facts.
That's amazing, bro. And it's crazy too because you just to speak back on everybody real quick. Actually, that was I made that one. I made that one when I was like in a dark place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you hear the lyrics, you hear everything. But I made that like just out of rage, anger. I produced the whole thing. Like,
Right.
that
That's
song
what I
probably,
was just about to ask. The
that
production
song,
and everything on it.
I probably got done with that song in 30 minutes. Like, you
Oh
know what I'm saying?
wow.
Yeah, even off production and then going in and spitting it. So like, yeah, man, like it's just super dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? To hear like all you guys is you know what I'm saying, opinions on all the songs, bro. That's dope.
So talk to us. You produced the Needy track. Talk to us
Mhm.
about getting the production done on it, from the video, all of that. Talk to us about where that was filmed at,
Mhm.
how long did that take, how did that one go? Considering Refund is done in the blizzard.
Yeah. So it's crazy too, because all the videos off of the latest project, Cold Summer, all the videos were shot in 2 days. All those
Mhm.
videos that you guys see on there, off every song, they're shot in 2 days. So it's crazy too, because Needy was actually, it was, we wanted it in an old car. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be in an old car, like an older, like I don't know, I forgot what the car.
Not the old school Lincoln Town
Yeah,
car.
Lincoln. Yeah.
We was riding, but I was in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And it was super dope. I've never been to Arizona, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was out there for the first time. It was me and me and the filmmaker, my director, sorry, Brandon Black. He's amazing. Um, we were out there. We was just catching vibes. Like, me and him have a good relationship to the point where we know whatever we gonna make is gonna be retarded. Like,
Right,
it's gonna be
right,
dope. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We just, he helped me with the wardrobe, basically, and he just put everything together. And he was just like, bro, we just gonna ride through Arizona, and you gonna be in the back of the car and just be you, bro. Just do you. Like, don't even
right.
think about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So that was a super dope moment. Um, just to be free, just to literally be myself and not have to think about, oh, I gotta look cool, I gotta do this. I was just literally back there having fun, like drinking a bottle of water, looking at Arizona, like, because that was my first time ever being out there. So
Right.
yeah, man, it was dope, man. That video serves a special place in my heart. And that song too, like, off of I actually co-produced with Dope Boy. His name is Dope Boy. Dope Boy Music. It's a duo. They're super dope. They're from New York as well. Um, and you know what I'm saying, I co-produced with them, and what I'm saying, got that record done and turned in, and the rest was history, bro.
That joint slaps.
Yeah,
You listen. You put that in your ride and you roll.
yeah,
Still tipping on fold.
yeah, man. I
Still
recorded
feeling
that
in control.
still.
I like it.
And that spoke to us because I'm
Yeah.
in Dallas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm
We
in
Texas
Texas, so
boys.
you know what I'm
We
saying. You said
Texas
still
boys.
tipping. I was like, okay,
Still.
young fella. Okay, young fella.
Yeah, man. I recorded that, I actually too, in my car.
Mm.
So it was just a vibe. Like, I heard it and I was like, I heard the beat, the instrumental first. I already knew I was gonna co-produce and do all my good stuff on it. I was like, let me lay the idea down first. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I was in the car, I had all my equipment on me. I was like, man, I'm not about to set this up. Like, it was a lot of equipment. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm not about to go out and set this up. I'm gonna just set this up in the car right now. So I set up in the car, have my mic on me, and just lay down the vibes, man.
Yeah, that joint was well put together, man. Shout out to your whole crew, you and everybody, man. That kind of fits your feel. Like you can tell you in your comfort zone when
Mhm.
you're doing, when you're in these videos, and you can tell. And I know that comes from good camaraderie. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a dope feeling to have, like, supportive people around you too that can
right,
also see your vision. You know what I mean? That's what helps push it more. Like, no, yeah, do this. When I'm in my comfort zone, that's when I make my best material. You
right.
know what I'm saying? When I'm under pressure, I make good material too, but it's not my best. So, yeah.
Okay.
I can
Well,
understand that. I can
Yeah.
understand that.
so
Yeah.
so what does it feel like to get up every day and do something that you love? Because I know you said you work for a living, but to be able to, what I'm saying, create and be able to do music, what does that feel like?
It's a dope experience just because I know in any moment right now, my whole life could change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could hear this interview right here could blow up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like any moment, like, you know what I'm saying? And all of our lives will be changed forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a dope feeling just to know I'm doing it from a positive place now, not from a egotistic place or a negative place. I'm doing it from just just trying to spread love, man, to everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's super dope. Like, yeah, I gotta, there was a time where I'm like, man, I'm working a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta, still go after work, clock in to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
The true double shifts of an
yeah, man.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, we pulled those. There's been many a nights where I only got an hour, 2 hours of sleep, many a
Right,
nights. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even call that sleep. I would just call that a nap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
you had a quick nap.
A quick nap, you know what I'm saying? And then, have to clock back into work or something. But I just started growing the love for, like, bro, you get to do this though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you not where, Kanye or Jay-Z or Beyonce or like Kendrick or J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Whoever artist, everybody looks up to, no, you're not right there as of yet, but you're doing the steps to get there. So, just appreciate the moment, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate, the journey to even, getting to those steps. And because it was a journey even getting to these steps, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right,
So,
right, right.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, just experience just enjoy all the experiences in life, and have fun while you're doing it too. Like, man, it's easy now. Like, it's light work. You know what I'm saying? When people see me, they're like, man, why you smiling so much? And I'm like, bro, because it's easy, bro. Like,
Right.
you know, I feel like, me personally, I feel like I figured out my code. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody
Right.
has a code. When they figure it out, every life is just easy. They smile more, they laugh more, they just
Yeah.
having fun in life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Figuring out the code.
It's funny
Yeah.
that you mentioned that you're not where, somebody like Kanye was. And if people have seen Kanye's documentary that
Mhm.
came out on Netflix last year,
Hmm.
it,
Great.
it, it brings a different light to things because at one point he was walking around the studio and nobody would listen to his work.
Crazy.
No, nobody would listen to his work.
Crazy.
Nobody. He was telling them, I made this song, I did this, I did that, and they were like, yeah, okay, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah,
Right.
whatever. And that is crazy. So that just goes to show you. So you could be on the cusp of greatness, and people still doubt your abilities, still doubt your skills. But like you said earlier, it takes one person.
That's it.
It takes one opening, one crack,
Hmm.
and somebody hears something and says, you know what, wait a minute, we got something here.
Yep.
And then you
Yep.
gone, skyrocket. So
Right.
that's why it's important just to continue to work, continue to keep plugging away, because eventually the right person is gonna hear or is gonna see, and then that's your opportunity, and you have to seize the moment and make it happen.
And even in that moment too, like, you gotta be ready when that opportunity comes.
Facts.
You gotta be ready to press play. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's why I smile too, because I'm ready to press play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole
Sound like a record. Sound like a
yeah,
record.
yeah. It sound like an album. That's what it
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
like.
sound like a
You
record. Press play.
know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. Like, I'm like, you know, I work so many hours, so many. I feel like my 10,000 hours, I'm still putting them in, but I feel
Facts.
like, you know what I'm saying, I'm closer to the 10,000 mark. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever the moment, happens, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So
you
talk
mentioned
to us a little bit about the craftsmanship sometimes, because sometimes I know it could be the middle of the night and song pops up in your head. Has that ever happened to you? Where you
Oh,
like you just chilling at the house, you sleep and you wake up and boom, some rhythm music hits you and you got to get up, write it down or put it together. Has that ever happened?
it always happens. It actually, but I grew accustomed now to, like, um I enjoy life. So, like, when those moments happen, like, when I just out of nowhere get that, like, spark of, like, an idea or something, I'll just voice memo it, and like it's nothing, just voice memo real quick, and then go by my day, like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep
Right.
going on, like, just at the grocery store or going to work or whatever, because I know, after work, I'm gonna just go lay it down real quick. Like, so I have to make time now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like, because I have a lot on my plate. I can't get up and just do it. Now it's like it's a job now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so when I have people have free time, I don't call it free time. I call it me time, because I got to
Right.
go in and become an artist now, and, like, you know what I'm saying, and go lay those times down. So I mean, lay those ideas down. So yeah, like I enjoy the, getting the ideas and everything, but I don't stress over it no more. Like, I gotta record this right now. Like, nah, just lay the idea down. Like, just lay down the mumble, or lay down this, that. You'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying? My phone is my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
The notes.
yeah, my notes
Look
is my
with the notes, and then I'm sure you got that sound, that voice sounder in there where you can kind of
yeah,
go over it and put it in there and stop it for a little bit.
yeah, I got two phones. So I got one filled with a whole bunch of voice memos, and then the other one is getting there. You know what I'm saying? And then my lyrics and all that. So yeah, I rather enjoy it now than the stress over it. Like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I figured out my formula, my code. I figured it out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, oh, I already know I'm gonna lay that down. Okay, cool. And then now, like, when I took off the stress of, like, go lay it down real quick and figured it out, like, the mumble, because even the mumble has to be like, it has to be like, damn, like, it has to be like almost there. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of, like, we don't have the words yet, but the melody is all the way down.
Already
Yeah.
there.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So there's steps to everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I rather just get, like, the melody all the way down, you know what I'm saying, within a mumble. So that way, like, when it comes to recording it, just put the words there.
Okay, so you talk about the creative piece of it now. So
So
I always hear artists talk about album mode. So for you, is there a difference between when you're creating just a song and when you know you're putting together a body of work that has to be cohesive? So can you talk about that for a minute?
yeah, when right now I'm in album mode. Right now I'm working on my debut album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm working on 3 albums right now. I'm a crazy man, but I don't know why I'm working on 3 albums. I don't
So
know
he's
why.
officially in album mode.
Yeah, I'm really in album mode. So and you'll hear some artists like sound like super sleepy, like, bro, I mean, bro, like, all I can think about is like, that's dope. That's dope. But there's other ways, like, you know what I'm saying? You can go still get some sleep, you know what I'm saying? Still be in album mode and come to the DAW or the computer, whatever you work, a studio or whatever, with a fresh mind. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff I had to kick out of my life. Habits and stuff like that, to the point where I could come to the studio with more of a positive approach
Right.
and be more effective, you know what I'm saying, rather just sit there and thinking so hard on a track. And because it's in me, it's already in me, so I don't have to think that hard. You know what I'm saying? I just got to go get on the mic and just do what I do. But yeah, man, my creative process, and I am in album mode, but my creative process is just like having fun. My messages are getting a lot better. And when I do get into, there is a difference between when I'm just making, like, just a regular single or something, or when I'm trying to really put something together. I'm gonna sit there and really sit on those records for a cool second and really make sure everything cohesively sounds like it's supposed to be there. Like, that was supposed to be there. That track was supposed to be after that one. The message was okay. The artwork, okay. Okay. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I turn it in, it's an A+. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest thing that I learned about myself, is that I'm a perfectionist, but it came to a point where it's like, you're good though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to overthink it. And yeah, just make the best music you can. Make it fire. A fire
Make
session.
fire. Yes, sir. Yes,
Already.
sir.
You know
Now,
we
I
got to
heard you say
clip
you
that.
had
You
to
know,
cut a
know
lot
we
of
That's
got.
things
fire.
out.
Know we got to clip that one.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely got to clip out. Now, I heard you say you had to cut a lot of things out, because I do notice in focus mode, and that's for any profession, I believe. When
Yeah.
you got to focus on the task at hand, you really got to give it your all, focus, and lock in. So I know that that's part of the grind. That's part of it, right?
Yes, sir.
When can we expect something? 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? When can we expect something new to drop?
Definitely, man. You know,
Because we definitely gonna promote it. That's for sure.
oh yeah, and y'all definitely will have it, you know what I'm saying, before it's even out. But Right now, we still in the works, man. It's hard to put a date on it just because I got a
Right.
lot of stuff in front of it that I got to, take care of first. You know what I'm saying? My whole process of making music, I go through like 4 phases. I go to phase one, phase two, phase three, and phase four. Right now, we in, you know what I mean? I don't want to say, but we get close. We get close. We get close. Mhm.
Okay, so I had a question about, you're an artist, so do you do performances and live shows? I mean, do you do any of those things?
So yeah, right now I'm actually working with a band. I finally got a band. Their name is 90. They're amazing. They're an amazing group of individuals and musicians, and also songwriters and background singers, all that, producers, everything. So I'm working with them right now, just because I've done shows in the past and everything off a DJ set or just off my computer, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm tapping more into the live set, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Making it more, making you really feel everything that I'm saying.
Right.
And even by the music choice of this album, you're going to hear everything's very musically influenced, where it's like, oh, whoa, like, Benji, it's going to sound like we was back in the
Back in
day.
the day,
It's gonna sound it's
rocking it
gonna sound
out.
kinda it's gonna sound crazy. You're gonna hear a lot of good vibes. You're gonna hear a little bit more of them needies, a little bit more of the refunds, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm really tapping into my musicianship and really trying to, make the best work. So yeah, more shows is coming definitely, but when I do it this time, I want to make sure I'm doing it the right way and the way I believe that I was supposed to do it, you know what I'm saying, which is with a whole set, with a whole band.
Okay.
I dig that.
I
And
got a
just
quick
an
question for you.
FYI,
I'm sorry.
when I put my shows together, my events, trust me,
Yeah.
you'll be getting a call from me. Hey,
Oh
bro,
yeah,
can we
yeah. Whoa.
in on this day to do a live set? We got
Oh, yeah.
this so and so popping up, and we need, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
an artist. So we pay out, so we make sure our people
Oh
taken
yeah.
care of. So
Hey, no
be on
problem.
the lookout for those because I definitely got to hear some of that live.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I got a
It's
quick
gonna be.
I got a quick question though, man. I forgot to ask this one too, because again, with me, really getting into more production and beat making now, do you ever get to a point to where you have a song or where you're producing a song or a beat and you feel like it's missing something? It sounds good, but it's missing something, and that drives you absolutely crazy because you can't figure it out.
Yeah,
So how do you deal with those? Because I know you come across those situations. How do you deal with those?
yeah. Most of the time, it just be the artist. That's the last little ingredient that you need.
Mm,
Because we would love to overcook a beat, and I'm guilty of the same thing. Like, what I'm saying, where I'm sitting there like, man, this needs something, and you really peel back and just
Mhm.
listen to it from a listener's standpoint. Music is not supposed to be really you pancaked on top of each other. Everything
yeah,
is supposed to be sitting where it's supposed to sit. It's very easy in a point. Like if you think about it, like from a from a from a way of thinking, like from a listener, like they're only going to listen to three things. They're only going to listen to the drums, that low end, and then whatever synth you have on top. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple to their ears, but us, we want to sit there and add kettlebells. We want to add ridiculous stuff. We want to find a sample from like 1930, flip that, and then
yeah,
try to put in like, but which is dope too. There's nothing wrong with those things, but there's a difference between music and beat making. You know what I'm saying? So beat making, when you're trying to be like an ultimate beat maker and like all those stuff and going to beat competitions, that's dope. Those things are super dope. You know what I'm saying? And when you want to show off like how good of a producer you are and beat maker, that's super dope. Sorry, beat maker. But when you produce music and you actually just do music, everything's very simplified. We peel back and then let the artist have enough room, what I mean, to sit on top of that,
yeah.
so everything comes together as one. So you're listening to a song.
So it's kind of like that concept: less is more.
Less is more for sure in music,
Okay,
Right.
bet.
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now, I know I butchered the name earlier.
Oh, okay.
We butchered the name earlier. I know I did.
you don't
But,
say we. Don't say we.
but
You.
I did. Okay. Yes. 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 I butchered the name earlier.
Mhm,
But there's a backstory behind this. So
mhm.
talk to us a little bit about the name in general. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so my name is Aundrey Guillaume. You know what I'm saying? The name Guillaume, you know what I'm saying, is actually Williams, which is my last name. That's my actual last name. And I just wanted to do something different. You know what I'm saying? I want to look up what Williams meant in different languages, or the saying of Williams in different languages. So I was just
Mhm.
doing my research on it. Um, and Williams is, you know what I'm saying, Guillaume in French is Guillaume. You know what I'm saying? It's spelled just like,
Guillaume.
yes, sir, Guillaume. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I see
But you
when
got
you
it
explain it like a 2-year-old.
though. But yeah, that's the root where it comes from. And then, you know, Aundrey is actually my middle name. My first name is Cameron. But Aundrey is my middle name, and Aundrey was the name given to me over my late cousin who passed away um, before I was born. You know what I'm saying? And then my mom, she just gave me his name, his first name. She gave me, and then so yeah, I just. You know, they always told me stories about him, like how much he was just a dope person and everything. He passed away young. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he was 21 yet. It was back in, you know, early 90s or 80s. I wasn't even born yet, man. But he passed away, and everybody, I just always hear stories about how dope he was and everything. And I was like, I'm gonna carry that legacy on, because I wish I got to meet him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna carry that legacy on. So I'm using his first name as my first name now. And then, you know what I mean, Guillaume, which is Williams. You know, we put all the pieces together. And it's actually crazy too, because Andre is actually a French name too. So I guess all this was supposed to happen.
Right. Hey, hey, listen. I dig it. Even though I couldn't say it, I butchered it like Antetokounmpo when I first heard it, but we got it. It's great.
Some people say Iguodala, guacamole. I was like,
Well, you know what's gonna be dope. We're gonna speak this into fruition.
yeah,
See, it's a you said the name is French.
yes, sir.
So that means that you're gonna have the number one single in the United States, the number one album in the United States, the number one album in France too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We
yeah,
going international with this thing.
yes,
Yeah,
sir. We're going overseas for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for
no doubt.
sure.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
and when you do some shows over there, you gotta invite us, you know what I'm saying, and tell the record label, you know what I'm saying, we're bag handlers or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just,
You know what I'm saying?
like we gotta go, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
We
gotta
I'm
gotta
a
go.
go whatever we
material
going.
designer. Just let me carry the fabric.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we,
saying?
we'll
But
definitely
hey,
be there.
just as an FYI, man, I don't know what it is. Me and Ken, we always subscribe to this, man. Like we have a tendency of just picking people who
Mhm.
are trending up, up, up,
Mhm.
and it happens for them, man. So on top of what you're already doing, I can say, man, I can stand there flat footed and say, man, yeah, man, keep rocking it because it's bigger and better to come for you.
Mhm.
Um, Music is dope, creativity is dope, vibe is dope.
Yes,
Expect
sir.
to be on more podcasts, more shows, people asking you about your content, all of that type of stuff, man. The folks that rock with you, and definitely looking forward to them dope shows coming up because I got to pull up to one. I didn't get a chance to pull up to the one that you had in LA recently, but I
Oh yeah.
definitely got to pull up to your next one.
Yeah, no problem. We taking over this summer, bro. We'll have a lot of shows this summer. So, you know, I got to get into that. I got to get into that rehearsal hall and start getting it going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shoot, just call up your sisters and your brothers
Right.
and practicing this song right now. You know, they ain't gonna say no. Be like, all right, boom, we in there. You can pull from, man.
Right.
You know how many singers you can pull from? I mean, just whole family. Just get
Right.
all of them in there.
And it's crazy too, because this album that I'm actually working on right now is very heavily influenced. You can hear like I'm bringing it kind of back home where it all started. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Which is like, you know what I mean? I'm just be honest, like I'm a church kid. Like I grew up in
right,
church.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we was in the parts, but it's like I grew up on the church side, and I got to see that other side too. So I'm gonna put everything together, and you know, we just gonna bring it back home with this one. We gonna make sure we make history with this one.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh
Facts.
no, no doubt.
So
I got to hear this then. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's
so
Yes,
crazy.
so what's your ultimate goal, man? Like with the music, like what do you ultimately hope to do? I mean, are you just, the artist, or are you hoping to go further, like go into the executive side? Like what's your ultimate goal?
Oh yeah, we here to take over, man. I mean, you know, my ultimate goal, and you know, I learned with me, I already mastered in my world. You know what I'm saying? I already mastered my music part. You know what I'm saying? Where I got my formula down, where I'm like, okay, just keep going. You already got your flow, you got your music down and everything. So I want to get more in depth into other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on like, animation too. I'm starting with animation. I got a couple plugs with like, Pixar and stuff like that. So we trying to get into that bag, and then, a couple like Netflix bags. I want to start acting, you know what I'm saying? And I want to do like other things. There's other stuff under the Aundrey Guillaume umbrella that I
Right.
haven't really tackled yet. So, we here to stay, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna hear a lot from me. You're gonna see a lot from me. I'm gonna be always on the screen.
So
Dig
so
it.
you said
Dig it.
Netflix. You said Netflix, but don't disrespect Tubi, man.
Oh,
Don't
whoever,
disrespect don't
hey,
disrespect
hey,
Tubi, man.
hey, whoever
Kobe cut
wants
the
to work
check.
is no, yeah, whoever wants to work, that's the real thing with me, because
Facts.
I'm big on like, the money gonna come. That's nothing. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm big on like what are we gonna do when that moment happens? Like, are we gonna make
Yeah.
history, or are we just making something real quick? You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on making history. No matter how long it can take 5 years. It's cool. Like, let's work on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 5 years from now, it's really not that long. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That
when I
look up and that'll be here in no time.
you know what I'm saying? So like but like, what are we doing within that 5 years? Are we making something that's gonna stay forever? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's my big thing. So yeah, man, whoever wants to work, man, that's where I'm at. And it has to make sense too.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Facts. So before we wrap up, is there any advice, anything inspirational, motivational you would like to leave with the audience?
I would just say, man, just follow your instincts, follow your gut, follow your dreams. Don't listen to anybody outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't have anything purposeful to preach to you in your life. Don't listen to the, naysayers or whoever it is, bro, that, you can hear when somebody's hating, or you can hear somebody wishing that they was in your spot, but then you can also feel genuine love, you know what I'm saying, from people who are also out there trying to get it as well. So keep yourself around those people, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, build around those circles and those audiences. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep yourself in the mix of like everybody who wants to better themselves in life, sorry. And yeah, just keep your head up. You know what I mean? It's hard out here, definitely. But there's God gave you another chance every day. He wake you up every day.
Right.
Like, you got one more chance though. Let's just try it. Let's try it tomorrow. Oh yeah, let's try it again tomorrow. We didn't do it today. Let's try it again tomorrow. So look at
Facts.
days like that every time you wake up. You know what I mean?
I dig that. I
Yes,
dig that.
yes, sir.
Yep. So, talk to the people, and give them your social media handles and any of your other things that they can reach out to you on, because we definitely want our audience to reach out and support you.
Yeah, so on IG, you know what I'm saying? Aundrey Guillaume, AundreyGuillaume. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, Aundrey Guillaume, Aundreyguil, because they didn't let me put two L's on that one, whatever.
Put the 2 L's.
They just let me put one. So it's like, all right, whatever. It's too long, whatever. But yeah, Guilaume. And then on TikTok, same thing, Aundrey Guillaume, two L's again, Aundreyguillaume. You know what I'm saying? I'm on socials, just tap in, you know what I'm saying, with my work and everything. And we here to stay. So you're gonna love the ride.
That's a
Sure.
fact. We looking for big things, man, because like I said, from what we heard so far, we were impressed, you know what I'm saying, with the creativity and the sound. So we're looking forward to, to hearing more from you and more of the people that you're around, because, all too often when people elevate, they change the crowd that they're in. But it sounds like to us that you're surrounded by people who really support you and who you work cohesively with. So we're
Mhm.
looking forward to hearing from everybody that's around you.
Yeah, man, keep your circle small, man. Like, that was my problem earlier on, trying to have a big circle, and then that's where you find out who's really there for you and who's just there to be there. You know what I'm saying? So keep your circle small. Keep the people, you know what I'm saying, you really rocking with, day ones, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? Keep them close, because, when it hits the fan, and it will, at least there's people that's around you that be there to support you. You know what I'm saying?
Bet,
I
bet,
mean,
bet.
I know that did you actually sing on the track?
Which part? Which part? I sung on that
that,
whole thing.
that,
Which
that,
part?
that hook.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
See, talent all the way around. See, the
Yeah.
family can sing that, yeah, and it actually sounded good. So there you go.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Did you see? Yeah, I promise you, I saw that. That's me.
All right. Well, again, man, we appreciate you for coming through, kicking it with us, man, and giving us the knowledge and your information and the information on your journey, because the things that you've discussed today, somebody might hear it and somebody's gonna be inspired by it. We're inspired by it because we're on our own personal journeys. Each and every week we try to bring some content that everybody likes, and trust me, creating and coming up with things is not easy. So we respect what you do to the fullest, and all artists out there, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be creative and come up with things. So we have a full respect for what you do, man, and we appreciate you coming through. And we're looking for big things from you, man.
Hey, man, much respect from y'all, man. This was a dope experience, and another platform where I got to speak. You know what I'm saying, and get to get out there to the world, man. So thank y'all again, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
No doubt.
Shout out to running across your content, man. That divine connection, because that was dope. I'm glad we got that opportunity.
And
Yes,
when you got new stuff coming out, hit us up, man. We gotta have you back on the show to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna listen to it, and we're gonna have our critiques, and we're gonna have our favorites. So you know what I'm saying? Just hit us up and let us know, man. We would love to have you back.
Yes,
and we're
sir.
definitely gonna promote that joint. So and I mean, I don't know, it might become part of the Fiyah Session hook. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
That'd be tight, man.
Yeah, hey, and you know what? Y'all already know it. I mean, hey, as they always tell you, you know what I'm saying? You miss every shot you don't shoot.
Right.
My man, I got some beats. I'm probably gonna shoot you to let you hear and let me and kind of give me some feedback. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. So I want some help. I want some help.
You good? No, you don't need no help. You probably could. I heard the beat. Was that your beat? The first
Yeah.
one? That was tight. I was rocking. I was like, okay, this is tight. So, no,
I
you don't
appreciate
need no
it.
help. You dope, man. Y'all
I
dope,
appreciate it. Well, I always need an extra ear, man. So I'm definitely gonna reach out to you myself, man, and try to glean some information from you, because you're doing your thing, man. And quite honestly, we're proud of you, man, because it takes a lot to do what you do.
Thank you.
Sure.
I can leave y'all with this. I can leave y'all. The album name is called The Ivy Club. So that will be out coming. But,
It's all right.
I'm definitely gonna have a listening party and everything, and I would definitely love you guys to be there to hear it. And we're gonna have 2 of them, so you guys are more than welcome. I would definitely love you guys to be there just to hear the vibes and everything. I'm gonna have a performance for it too, so I'm gonna be out there performing all the music off of it. It's gonna be very secluded, but we're gonna hear it. We're gonna get gonna have a good time. Gonna be drinks there, people there mingling. You know what I'm saying? So you getting connections. So yeah, I'm gonna invite y'all. So I want y'all to be there, man.
For sure.
We appreciate that, man.
We got our socials. You know what I'm saying? We definitely will be in contact, because again,
I gotta try your wine, Benji. You made a wine?
Yeah, man, I got my own wine store, man. So see, we got stuff to talk about, man, because I got to have my bubblies at your events.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because my champagnes, I'm just saying, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got to do that. That's all right. That's all right.
Definitely. So if you hit me up, man, your videos or whatever, the champagne, I got black bottles. Trust me. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
Trust me. We got some work. It's some stuff in the work. We gonna make it happen, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man.
Nah, man, we appreciate you for real, y'all. So y'all go check him out and follow him on all social media platforms, and go to these music platforms and buy the album and buy the single. Spend some money, support our young artists for real, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. We'll holler at you, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Dope. I mean, I ain't lying to you when I tell you I was rolling today, and I had that joint bumping, and I know the people around me were looking like what, because it's out of the ordinary now for people to have subs. Like back when we were growing up, everybody had them. So once you pull up to a stoplight now, and not everybody has subs. So, but I don't care because when I
You got a
really want to hear music, like I have to hear the fullness of it. So I have to bump it in my truck or in my studio, of course. But in the studio, it is gonna sound a little different than in the truck. So I have to listen to it in the studio and then go to the truck to get the full vibes. So
Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. What was your bump? You was bumping Needy?
nah, hey man, don't play that music. I'm telling you, because they gonna kick us
I'm in
off
the office, man. I might can
yeah.
slide one in there real quick.
We'll talk after the show. Because
Cancel the whole show.
we know Facebook. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to Mark. We see you, boy.
Leave the
Hey,
episode alone.
Facebook
Mark.
will kick you off. We'll kick you off fast. So we don't need that. But we're gonna go ahead and close out, y'all, so we can go ahead and make some moves. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to the people before we get up out of here.
What's going on, good people? Look, appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all sharing, subscribing, doing all of that. Follow your boy IG on Instagram, BRB. 4701. I'm hungry, so yeah, whatever. But follow your boy on there. Got lots of events, lots of things coming up, man. Be in Ontario Mills on the 30th. Y'all watching the Tank Davis fight? Y'all should, but I'm just saying that's a whole nother story. Listen, go follow your boy on social media. Follow us on there. We're marketing for you. We're putting your product out there. We're getting stuff out there for you. So hit us up. We can get you the numbers. We're going to hit you up and holler at them. We can make it happen, all right?
Facts. Well, y'all already know y'all can catch me on Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. Y'all can catch the Fiyah Session on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYAH and we'll pop right up. Go to YouTube and make sure you're following the YouTube channel because unlike some of these other social media platforms, YouTube doesn't have the restrictions.
Yeah.
So y'all can go check us out, follow the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe, hit that little bell notification. So every time we post something new, whether it be a short or whether we have a full episode or whether we have any new content, you'll get a notification that we posted something new. So check us out.
I had somebody grandma ask me about our show, bro.
Hey man, more and more people are starting to find us, man. So
I had somebody grandma. I never listened to a podcast before. How do I find it? And I had to send her the link and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We pulling up on your grandma too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're trying to be a show that appeals to all audiences, man. So if you got something going on in life and you're grown, for the most part, like we got content for you. So y'all keep tuning in, keep checking us out, keep supporting us. We love what y'all do for us. We love what y'all the feedback that we get. So y'all keep submitting ideas and keep submitting, ideas for interviews and people who you all would like to see interviewed. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's episode. Shout out to Aundrey Guillaume. Again, go follow his socials and go support him on Apple Music and Spotify because the young dude is dope. He got a lot of dope music. Y'all go check it out and let us know what y'all think. But we're going to let y'all get back to y'all lives and we're going to do ours. So we'll catch y'all back next week with another dope episode. Y'all already know what it is, the Fiyah Session.
Fiyah Session.
Peace.
Thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fiyah Session.